In this video, we are going to create a daily statistical MLS report by combining our AI platform of choice and the Flexmls MCP connector. In today's video, I'm going to be using ChatGPT. I could have done this in Claude. I could have done this in Grok, but I'm using ChatGPT for this one. I'll use Claude and Grok for a future video and show you how to do similar things in those. For today's video, I'm going to show you how I created a daily statistical report because I like to know what the daily numbers are from our MLS. I like to know how many houses are on the market, how many new houses came on yesterday, how many houses were sold, how many houses went pending, that type of information. We're going to take ChatGPT and we're going to create a prompt that allows us to pull that information out of FlexMLS using the MCP connector and then send that information to me on my phone every morning so that I can review those numbers when I'm having a cup of coffee. And that way I've got great talking points for the whole day. So let's get started. So here we are in ChatGPT. I've already typed my prompt, so I'm just going to come over here and paste it in. I'm going to read through this line by line so you understand what I'm trying to accomplish with this prompt. The first sentence says, using the connected Lubbock Flex MLS system, prepare a daily residential MLS activity report covering the entire Lubbock MLS market area. This accomplishes several things. First of all, they use the connected Lubbock Flex MLS system. That's saying use only that information. I'm going to reinforce that concept again later just to make sure ChatGPT doesn't wander off and trying to collect information from public information sites. I want it to take this data strictly out of the Flex MLS system. We're preparing a daily residential MLS activity report. I'm basically giving it a title there. This is what we're creating. This is what I want to call it, or this is what I am calling it. And I'm saying I want it to cover the entire Lubbock MLS market area. I could have said a single city. I could have said Lubbock or Wolforth or Levelland, Plainview. I could have also said something like just do a neighborhood or just do a zip code. But for this, I want the entire Lubbock MLS marketplace. The next sentence tells the system what I want in my report. Report the current counts for residential listings only. This section says I'm only looking at residential. I'm not looking at residential income. I'm not looking at land, farm and ranch. I'm not looking at rental properties. I'm not looking at leases. I'm only looking at residential listings. You could put anything you want there, but for me, I'm just looking at residential listings. And then I'm telling it the data points that I want to have displayed. I want the number of active listings, the number of active with contingent listings, so that I don't have to add those up in my head. I want it to combine those two and give me that number also, just for quick reference. I want to know the number of listings that went pending yesterday, the number of listings that were marked sold or closed yesterday, and the number of new listings that were added yesterday. So these are just the data points that I want it to go find and bring back to me. The next line is giving it a little bit of a time frame on when I want to pull this information. And I'm looking at yesterday's data. I want to get the report first thing in the morning, and I want to see yesterday's data. So using the connected MLS data only, again, no public information systems, only connect on the Flex MLS data system using the MCP. Using the connected data, determined yesterday using the America-Chicago time zone, that's the time zone that I live in, from 12 a.m. through 11:59 and 59 seconds p.m. So I want to get that full width of the day and present the results in a clean format with a one-sentence summary. And finally, just in case there are any problems, if any individual count cannot be retrieved reliably, mark only that item as unavailable and continue with the report. And then one more time, I'm reiterating, do not use public websites or estimates for this data. Again, just hitting that one more time. What I'm doing with if it can't be retrieved reliably, I don't want the report to stop if it hits an error. If there's some sort of hiccup, maybe FlexMLS is doing an update right at the time that my query runs, or maybe I have a hiccup in my internet connection. I don't want the whole report to fail. I just want it to say, hey, I couldn't get this information, and move on to the next step and get the next piece of information. This is going to take about a minute and a half, 2 minutes to run. So I'm going to pause the video while I run this and retrieve this information. That ran for about 2 minutes, and here's the report it generated. Daily residential MLS activity report, Lubbock MLS market area, residential only. Gives me the time frame, yesterday, August 11th, from midnight through midnight, basically. Current listing counts. Active 2011, active with contingency 59, total active is 2070. We've got the yesterday's market activity section, those that went pending, sold and closed, new listings added. We have a brief 1-sentence summary, and then there's a little bit of source information, basically where ChatGPT is telling me how it used the MCP to connect and pull this information. Now I'd like to clean this up just a little bit. There's some information in here that I don't particularly want to have. I don't need the time frame of 12 a.m. to 11:59 p.m. I don't need that. And while that source information was interesting, it tells me how ChatGPT created the information or created the statistical report. I don't need that. I don't need to see it daily. I think it's interesting and something good to read and keep in mind when you're creating future projects, but I don't want to see that on a daily basis. I just want the details. Little Joe Friday, just the facts, man. So we've got a little bit of a change here saying do not display only the date, not the time. Do not display the source information, and deliver the report to me in ChatGPT only and send me a notification when complete. Do not email it. I'm specifying this because I do have my ChatGPT connected to my email address. I have not explicitly told it yet to send it to email, but I could. However, I don't need another email in my inbox. That's just going to be more stuff that I've got to go and delete manually. I just want the notification right here on my phone showing it to me. So I'm going to have it just put it in ChatGPT when the report is complete and send me a notification. I'll get a little pop-up on my phone and I'll show you how that looks. I'll just put it right here. It's right there. That's what the notification I get every day looks like. All right, so we're going to save this now. All right, and it's back. It actually took an additional step that I hadn't expected it to take yet. I thought we were going to have to do it another. I've done this project a few times. I've deleted it and recreated it and deleted it and recreated it, just experimenting with things. So maybe ChatGPT read my mind and knew exactly where we were going with it. But I did say, deliver the report in ChatGPT and send me a notification. So now it says it's updated. It has created it to run every day at 6:30 a.m. And that's the time of day I like to have it run. That's when I'm making my coffee, is at about 6:30 in the morning. And I want to get the coffee going, pull up my phone, and then take a quick look at the daily market statistics. So it's going to say the report will show the active date only, no time range. It will omit the source and methodology. It will run and deliver the report in ChatGPT. It won't send me an email, and it will notify me in ChatGPT when the scheduled report has completed. And then you see this little button right here that says daily at 6:30 a.m. Daily MLS statistics. I thought typically what I've had to do when I recreate this project is I have to make a final prompt that says, now please schedule this for 6:30 a.m. every day. ChatGPT already knew where I was going with it, so I didn't have to. Otherwise, I would have typed something like this. Please schedule the report to run every day at 6:30 a.m. and then it would have put it in my scheduled task. But it has already done that for me. So now if we go up here to scheduled tasks, right here in the menu, you can see I have 2 scheduled tasks. Trek News Watch, I'll do that in another video and show you what I do with that. I really like that one. It monitors the Trek website for updates and sends me a summary every time there's an update. But for now, we're just going to look at the daily MLS statistics. It's right there. It says it's going to run again in 16 hours. So it's nearly 3 o'clock, 16 hours. That'll be 6:30 in the morning. And that's all there is to it. We have just created a daily stat report running inside of ChatGPT. Again, could have been run inside Claude, could have been run inside inside Grok, but it's running inside ChatGPT. It's sending me a daily statistic report so that I know what the numbers are every morning when I'm making my coffee. I did put the entire prompt that I wrote today below in the notes section in the description. You can copy and paste that if you'd like to, or you can take it, edit it, create it however you want if you want a daily statistics report too. And we'll see you in the next video. I'll show you how I did the Trek Daily News Watch.